ideal solar system will cost after federal, state, and utility incentives. In the past, to find out all this information, you had to get a solar installer in your area to examine your roof in person, but not anymore. Our unique solar calculator at solarestimate.org uses machine learning to scan your roof to tell you whether solar is worth it for your home. It will tell you how much electricity your roof can generate, how many solar panels you can actually fit on your roof, how much you can.
She's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. You know, I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black.
Never go for a retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn, 2001, I am Sam. Remember? Went for a retard. Went home empty-handed.
Now here we go with these actors. Ben, what are you doing? I used to like you. Video is brought to you by TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com, which you get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Look, I had to wear my mega hat for this one because I'm sick of y'all playing games. Ben Stiller, I loved him in maybe some of his old movies, like Meet the Fockers and all that. Man, and the dude was hilarious. Tropic Thunder, he was hilarious. Some of his modern stuff, Dodgeball, I thought that was funny. He's one of my favorite actors. Comedic actors, right? He's not on the level of Denzel Washington and nothing like that, but he to me, he's one of the funniest actors in every movie that he's in. I absolutely love it. Why, though? Why, bruh? Like, what compels a man to want to support Democrats? I don't see it. As intelligent and as witty and as funny and as prolific as he is as a comedic actor, what will make you think that a Kamala Harris presidency will make sense to you? I don't get it. Listen to how silly. At some point in this video, he said he wished he was black. Oh my God, bruh. They can't, white folks, listen, stop it. You look at me. Y'all better stop this. Y'all gotta stop virtue signaling for black people. We don't need y'all to play Captain Saver. Stop trying to act like you want to identify. Just listen, we Americans too, just like y'all. We the same, brother. It's our country too. Why y'all act like y'all got a baby? Pat us on the head and the poor Negro. Let's support the poor Negroes because they can't read and get driver's license. They can't fly. They don't know how to start killing each other. They just primitive beings. We got to come in and save them.
I don't believe you people.
Huh. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
The black woman don't have the merits, which we know she ain't got no merit. But they got to play it up. Black woman got no merit, so the white people got to swoop in and help this Negro. Come on, man. Let's play this clip real quick. Roll it.
I just want to let you know I'm going to match your $150,000 donation.
Oh.
That's cool.
Okay.
Just get the ball rolling. Cool?
Good. Gonna put the house up for sale.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Probably another funny guy here to tell you why to vote for Kamala Harris. But I feel like I'm different because I'm not a comic. You know, I'm an actor. I played Derek Zoolander. I was in Dodgeball. I got my dick stuck in my zipper 25 years ago, if you're old enough to get that reference. So I know whereof I speak. You can trust me. This is where I imagine thousands of people are just laughing on the Zoom. So I'll just wait.
I'm laughing.
Dude,
no,
just
you know,
hilarious.
seriously, I'm here because I'm so genuinely excited about the potential to actually win this election. What's happened in the last couple of weeks, just the turning of the tide, and that, you know, Vice President Harris can actually win this thing if we all just rally around and really take advantage of this incredible energy that's happening. And, you know, I want just a decent person in the White House, you know, a person who cares about democracy more than themselves, who doesn't lie, who's not.
I'm gonna let him finish. I promise I will. I get sick of them saying care about democracy. They selected Kamala Harris. Yeah, nobody voted for this. They just decided. They didn't go to the convention or nothing. Joe Biden and the establishment just said, we're tapping Kamala to be tapping. Maybe that's not a good word. We're picking Kamala because we know she's getting tapped. But we picked Kamala to be the candidate. No vote, no nothing. We can't even see the choices. They ain't even put no choices in front of you. They just picked her. And y'all care about democracy. And somebody that don't lie. That broad been lying since she was on her knees with Willie Brown. I'm keeping it real. Can I keep it real? Willie said it, not me. Willie said it. Let me roll the clip.
Fomenting anger and rage. Someone who cares about, about people. And that's what Kamala Harris does. She's like a human being. She acts like a human being, and she has empathy. And she has humor, and it's beautiful when she laughs because she's a real person who is reacting to things. And I believe in everything that she's, standing up for. She wants to put an end to gun violence in the country. There's a Zoom tomorrow night about gun violence. And, as everybody knows, we're the only high population country in the world that has this problem. And it's awful because it can be changed.
Most of the gun violence happens amongst gang members and in the inner city. Y'all, think about this. Half of the murder victims and half of the murder suspects are black. If black people weren't, and we only make up like 13% of the population, and that's everybody. That's little kids and old people. That's everybody. Like 90% of all the homicide suspects are men. So you got 6%. And that's 6% would be every black man is a criminal. So you talk about like 1% of the population is committing half of the murders and gun violence in this country. If you just eliminate Chicago, gun violence will drop by 50%. Because I would argue in Chicago, Baltimore, St. Louis, South Dallas, gun violence is probably 90% of all gun violence is in these areas. You got to go to Florida. You got some little Florida. You got a little bit in Michigan and Detroit where black people live, unfortunately. That's the majority of the gun violence. So fixing gun violence is investing in the inner city communities, which they don't give up about, and they will not.
We can do something about it. And she's going to work to do that. And she's entered.
No, she's not. She's been in office for like 30 years now. I don't know if it's been that long. She's been in office forever and haven't done nothing. What make you think she's going to do it now as the president?
Energizing a whole group of people who were not engaged before. I think it's incredibly important. By the way, I know this is hilarious. This is probably the funniest of all of them. I'm sorry. I got nothing except how I feel. But, she's the fact that she's going to fight for a woman's right to choose, that's so important. I have a 22-year-old daughter who I know that's so important to. She's watching right now. Hi.
Your 22-year-old daughter in college getting woe out. That's why she needs the right to choose. Is that what you saying to us, brother? Is that what you saying? Your daughter needs the right to choose. Why? She's 22 years old. What does she need to choose from? She should be getting married and having a family. And if she don't want a family, she keep her legs closed and quit tooting it up on the weekend with Bacardi and Jack Daniels. But what these betas are really saying is that Tyrone them is tooting it up, got on the couch somewhere. And that's why she need to have a right to it, because she just out there acting a fool. Is that what you saying? A man would never say, my daughter need a right to have abortions. Not no real man. Why would your daughter need to go down that path? You got all the money in the world. You should have sent her to a really good school. You should be vetting the men that she date. You should have raised a woman who have integrity and all of those things that a woman would need, that she wouldn't have to worry about an abortion. But I guarantee his daughter getting ran through. Just look at him. Look how you act. You vote for Kamala, your daughter getting ran through. What college she go to? All right, never mind.
Ella.
Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling the truth.
This issue is so important to the majority of people in this country. And I'm just seeing that her generation become engaged in a way they weren't and my son's 19. You know, he's going to vote in his first election, and you know they've grown up in the last 10 years with this crazy world and the level of discourse that has just gotten to such a low level, and this is a chance to really to protect democracy and to go in the right direction and go forward. So that's why everybody's got to get out and vote and donate. And she's also a historic candidate. It's going to be.
Here it go. Here it is, Here they go. Playing that card because you dumb Negroes. Roll the clip.
Historic candidate. It's going to be the first woman president. And that's incredibly exciting. And, she's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible.
She's not gay, though.
Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black. It's just get out there and vote and donate and take advantage. This is such an important time right now, and with this wave of energy that's happening, we got to keep going.
Oh my God,
so
boy!
Please.
All right, I'm done listening to this fool. Get out and vote because my daughter needs to have access to abortion because she's getting ran through in college. My son is a beta, so he's going to vote for Kamala because her body, her choice. I just can't stand men that lack intestinal fortitude. What are you talking about, bro? The first female, that doesn't mean sugar, honey, iced tea. Who cares if you're the first female or nothing? Can you get the job done? What are your credentials? Not what you make me feel like. What is your policies dictate? The woman is the VP right now. So the problems that we see and we're having in America, she is responsible. These people act like she just came out of nowhere. She's a new, fresh can't. No, she's been in office. And she's been a senator. What has she done? What is your track record? If politicians are actually applying for the job, we'll say, okay, what's your resume? Madam, Vice President, you've been in office for this long. What is your greatest accomplishment? What have you done to help the economy move in the right direction when you were in office? Not only as a senator, but as a VP. What have you done? Oh, you have no resume. Oh, matter of fact, your resume and your references are terrible. You ain't no way I'm hiring you. Okay. It's just me or are we all on the same page? D.L. Hughley, I want to see what D.L. Hughley said. He the trashiest. Man, that dude, D.L. Hughley was my favorite comedian. He was my favorite. I still laugh at his jokes because he's funny. But he dumb. He one of these black men that never matured mentally. Black men that still talk about racism and the white man and the police just killing. They have never evolved mentally from their childhood. That means they hang around the same people that's just gassing them up. When you're a black man and you mature and you get out of the cocoon, you start realizing, wait a minute, the world is a lot bigger than where I grew up at. And I'm getting different ideas from different people all across the country. I'm well-versed, well-traveled. And so I get it now. I've been a cop. Cops aren't racist like that. It's like the least racist profession is probably policing. You're telling me, the thing that kills me, people think, oh, these white people out here just trying to kill black people. These white people are putting their life on the line to serve and protect in these black neighborhoods. Why would they do that if they ain't like black people? Why would anybody do that? I'd be like, I don't want to patrol there. Let them commit crime. Why would we arrest any of them? Let them kill each other. Why would I go chase somebody down to put them in handcuffs? Who you think is arresting the pedophiles in the black community? Who you think arrested somebody that robbed your grandma last weekend? Or the person that did a drive-by shooting and killed your nephew who got shot with a stray bullet? Who you think is investigating? Who you think is hunting people down? Who you think are arresting these people? White folks. Because y'all not signing up to put your life on the line for your own community. Y'all just criticizing. White people out there putting their life on the line for y'all. But they racist. Get out of here. Let me get off this thing before I lose my salvation. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.
Introducing a redesigned Dix with an expanded assortment of the latest styles and the best gear to improve your game. New interactive experiences and a commitment to expert service. Welcome to an entirely new next generation Dix.
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to, I strongly encourage you to start a bookkeeping business. That's right. If you're willing to learn how to use a free program called QuickBooks, you can make 6 figures working part-time from home or anywhere in the world. And here's the thing, QuickBooks is easy to learn and you don't need a degree, prior experience, or to be a math expert to run a successful bookkeeping business. Hi, I'm Bill Von Fumetti, and I've helped over 3,000 people make incredible money online with just a laptop and a free QuickBooks account. And many of them are earning over $100,000 per year. Let's face it, it's demoralizing working your tail off at a job you don't love for a boss you can't stand, all while barely paying the bills and sacrificing precious time with your family. And maybe you've looked into starting your own business, but you're fed up with all the schemes that are out there. Well, bookkeeping is legitimate and respected work. You're providing a really valuable service to small businesses and you're getting paid really well for it. Check out this recent study from QuickBooks that shows bookkeeping business owners make an average of $76 per hour. That works out to $158,000 per year full time. Or you can work part-time and still clear 6 figures. How incredible is that? And it's easy to get clients because demand for bookkeepers is at an all-time high right now. Over 5 million new businesses start every year, and every one of them needs a bookkeeper. So if you're finally ready to start living the life you deserve, I'd like to invite you to my 5-day Keyboard Rich Challenge. Over 5 days, an hour and a half each day, you're going to learn everything you need to start a successful bookkeeping business. By the end of the week, you'll own a new skill and
verified documents show the Army corrected his service record. Walls was reduced in rank to an E8 Master Sergeant after retirement and his conditional promotion. Alpha News again asked Governor Walz if he's using the Command Sergeant Major rank on his campaign website for political gain this year.
It's stolen valor is really what it is. I don't know of anybody else that's done what he's done.
This is stolen valor. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, get you one of these Kamala Harris's. She's a scam artist. Get you a Kamala Harris, or you can say Scamala, whichever way you say her name.
Turn that off.
I call her Scamala. Get you a Scamala Harris shirt. Link is in the description section. Discount code will pop up here for my YouTube people. Make sure you hit the like button. You guys have been doing great hitting the like button. Our likes are just blowing up, and it helps the video get out there. And if you like the video, you might as well hit the like button. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. This Walz guy, this Tim Walz guy, is a nut. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I do think that it's more than just policy, right? There are people in the country that will focus on policy like they should, but there's a huge swath of people that focus on emotionalism, likability, and integrity. And Tim Walz is lacking all of the above. This man here exposed Tim Walz. He served with him. Exposed how he was a coward, how he quit the military, and he's literally going around promoting a stolen valor. And I'm telling you guys, as sure as I'm sitting here, I honestly believe if a person is operating in stolen valor or saying that they represent a certain position in the military and they knowingly and intentionally are doing it and never served in that position, they should go to prison for like 50 years. And you have to pay restitution or something. I despise people who steal valor. I despise, it makes me so upset. It's one of the things that just make me turn red. Like if I was a dictator, I would almost put you to death over stolen valor, because there's men and women who literally earn those stripes. They literally earned that reputation. They literally earned those bars. They literally earned those stars. They earned that Purple Heart. They earned this. And some people use it and go, yeah, I was in the United States military. I was in the Army. I was in the Marines, and I got a Purple Heart or something, and they didn't have one. Oh, I'm a 5-star general. I did this and did that. And you ain't even been in a combat zone. And then when y'all hear this story, you're going to lose respect for Tim Walz even more. Roll the clip. And this stuff is verified. It's not just somebody that's showing up in election time and talking about this. Is a man that's been putting this story out forever, but nobody listened.
He's back again to wage a public war of words against Tim Walz.
He abandoned us. I mean, what the hell kind of leader does that? I mean, he just, as soon as the shots were fired in Iraq, he turned and ran the other way and hung his hat up and quit.
We'll get to Barron's new message for voters in a moment. But this all starts years earlier when Barron says Walz's misleading statements about his military service first led him to come forward in the fall of 2018.
So you try to get this message out, but Minnesota's largest newspaper checks it out, says it's 100% true, but yet refuses to print.
When I hung the phone up, I said, what the hell is this, North Korea?
Back in 2005, a warning order went out to the 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery to mobilize for a mission to Iraq. At the time, Walz served as the unit's highest non-commissioned officer, but months later, Walz would retire from the Guard, avoid the deployment, and run for Congress. Tom Behrens was next in line for the position and was asked to take his place.
I was like, well, for Pete's sake, if this guy quit, if I say I'm not going to do it, I mean, what the hell kind of leadership is that? If a company would say that we're going to deploy to Iraq or somewhere and you're going to be gone for whatever amount of time, and then the foreman just says, no, I'm not going. I mean, what does that say to the 500 people that work in that factory?
Behrens would go on to serve in Iraq on a nearly 2-year deployment as a command sergeant major. All while Walz began using that title as a congressman. Behrens says he first contacted Walz with his concerns, sending these letters to Washington. They all went unanswered.
But then we fast forward to the election in 2018 in Minnesota, and you try at that time to get people's attention with this story and also with what seems to be a very misleading statement that he continued to make about his service.
It kind of just sat there, when he was a congressman, he bragged that he was a retired command sergeant major. I'm the highest ranking person ever in the House, and all this lie that he was telling. The state of Minnesota came out after 2018, after this was exposed, and they said, well, he can say that he served as a command sergeant major, but he can't say he's a retired one because he's not.
And that's what he was saying.
And he was saying that, and there was lots of public, lots of cards coming in the mail, for him to be elected. They said right on there he's a retired command sergeant major, just tooting his own horn, just hanging on the coattails of people that actually are command sergeant majors that went through all the process and put all the time in.
A spokesperson for the Minnesota National Guard said Walz...
That dude looked weak. He looked like a little potato head, crybaby. I don't really want that smoke in the military. He looked like this kind of guy. And the reason that I can say this type of stuff, because I was never a weak person like him. When I was on the police department, I tried to join the military, but I had a kid out of wedlock, and the Air Force wouldn't take me because I was going in as an officer. I had a degree. I went to the recruiting office. They said that me and my baby mama at the time had to get married and then I have to come back and apply because they wouldn't accept me as an officer. And then I was going to go to the Army. I'm not going to lie. I had just had my son. I was like, I can't get deployed for 18 months. I can't do it. I'm going to miss my son's whole life. And so I ended up joining the police department, which is still probably in many cases just as much of a combative service as in the military, especially when people don't even get deployed to combat zones. But on a police department, literally you're fighting every day. You're doing something crazy. And I was on SWAT. But while I was on SWAT, I went and applied to join the Marine Corps as a reserve because I wanted to still be a cop and then do the Marines. Because I always had a lot of respect for the Marines. I love the uniform, love the prestiginess of it. And I went in because I had a degree, I was going to go in as an officer. And I had too many tattoos. But the guy said that he would do a waiver for me. So I listed all my tattoos on this little paper, and he said, I'll send in the waiver. The dude never called me back, which at the end of the day, I'm happy about because God led me here. And he didn't obviously want me to do all that. But I'm never afraid to serve my country. I'll never run from a battle. I'll never run from a fight. And I don't like people like this that not only will run from a fight, but then use stolen valor to try to prop himself up and beat his chest and act like he's better than other people. And he didn't really serve like he said he did. But I can look at him and tell he a wankster. Okay.
Wasn't able to retire as a command sergeant major since he failed to complete coursework and requirements related to the rank. Verified documents show the Army corrected his service record. Walls was reduced in rank to an E8 Master Sergeant after retirement and his conditional promotion. Alpha News again asked Governor Walz if he's using the Command Sergeant Major rank on his campaign website for political gain this year. A spokesperson said this has been in the news before and pointed us to a past story where Walz said, quote, "Normally this type of partisan political attack only comes from one who's never worn a uniform."
It's stolen valor is really what it is. I don't know of anybody else that's done what he's done. But we called it The Truth About Tim Walz.
In 2018, Barron's gave the story the full court press.
We, retired command sergeant majors of the Minnesota National Guard, feel it is our duty and responsibility to bring forth the truth as we know it concerning his service record. I put together information on it and I sent it out to every single radio station and newspaper and TV station I could in the state. The bottom line in all of this is gut-wrenching and sad to explain. When the nation called, he quit.
Twin Cities TV stations and the Star Tribune were silent, even after Barron says the newspaper checked it all out. The Star Tribune endorsed Walz in 2018 for governor.
Now, think about this real quick. He was governor when BLM burnt that city like that. And that wussy did nothing. He did not stand up against this.